Let's go for another round. Trap it down. CTE. The affiliates.
Y'all ready?
Gangsta Brazil.
Y'all niggas didn't believe us.
Turn the lights down.
We had a goal in mind. Set the streets on fire. Think we accomplished that.
Gangsta Brazil.
Here I stand, a grown-ass man, all by myself, a grown-ass man. A young nigga with some grown-ass plans, but don't point fingers, you don't know that man. You don't know it's hard, you don't know it's pain. You ain't looking through that scope, you don't know it's aim. Minus all the videos, stickers, and flyers. Most of these rappers are
Gangsta Brazil.
We make quality street music. Something you can ride to.
Trendsetter.
I don't care what you represent.
Gangsta Grill.
Gangsta Brazil.
What's going on? Hood Tale subscribers and listeners, we back again with a live like we did last weekend, last Friday for my son's graduation. We doing it live over here in Baghdad, aka Iraq, over here in Afghanistan. Man, I'm over here celebrating my dad's birthday. He's 82 years young. It's a blessing to have him still here. Shout out to all those who lost a family member, father, mother, brother, cousin, uncles, aunties, even children, you know what I'm saying? I want to give y'all a special shout out, you know, to keep y'all head up, and y'all one day will see y'all family soon. You know, don't take it as a loss, take it as a blessing. Some of them was down here in pain, some of them was suffering through so much, you know what I'm saying, physically in their body to, you know, then some of them even ended up being like incapacitated, where they was just like no movement, no response, and they was called what they call people vegetables and shit. So bless their souls, have mercy on them. May we see them soon, and I just keep their memory alive, and make sure you always say a prayer. And look, my favorite ain't it? No, it's food enough. We got it. There's too many niggas in there. Hey, that's how it is. There's a bunch of us, auntie. I ain't expect everybody to be here, but everybody here today. But that's a good thing. Oh yeah, cuz ain't here, no. Billy ain't here. Where Trail? Oh, okay. Yeah, shout out to my favorite auntie in the whole wide world, Lady Ville. Love you, auntie. Always took up for me when I was in trouble with my mama. Used to have her and my mama rap beefing about the kid. And I turned out to be a wonderful young man, I must agree. But yeah, back to the matter at hand. You know what I'm saying? It's a party for the RockWilder. That's his nickname. That's Pop's nickname. Shout out to all my brothers, my cousins, my family, everybody who, you know what that name mean. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Pops is a real one. That's why I get my realness from him. Him and my uncles. They all instilled in me values, principles, morals, ethics, character, stand as a man. You know what I'm saying? Always be a man every day. Never be a sucker, or be real today and then be a sucker the next day. All that green ass shit. So, you know, shout out to them. You know, I got my oldest brother here. I got my nephew. I got my niece. I got my nephew, fiance. I got my jit, Money Man, rocking with his daddy today. I got my step parents, the D-Shizzles in there, Ranzo and Retta. You know, shout out to them, love them. That's like my second mom and my second dad. Like, I used to go stay the night with them and my brother and just have a good time and just enjoy. That nigga had a water bed when he was probably like 10 or 11 or some shit. That shit was crazy as fuck. We used to sleep in that man's water bed. And, you know, Pops used to, you know, Ranzo used to eat them pizzas and he used to have a cold beer, and that was kind of a shock to me because I grew up in the home, boy. There wasn't no alcohol, no nothing. He in the house. Unless he running around outside Shout out to my niece Kennedy / goddaughter. You know how that go. Family ties. But yo, everything just, it's amazing, man. It's just a blessing, man. He 82 years old, young. Still moving around, still get up under a fucking car, take a transmission out that bitch, put the engine in, and get in that shit and ride. Like, I used to laugh because, Pops had them big ass hands and shit from working on them pipes and the different paper mill things he had going on when he worked at the paper mill. He retired back in like 2014, I think, 2013. After being on that job for 30, 40 years. But the amazing thing about that is, he taught me a lot about, being consistent, persistent, and most importantly, he like, son, it's nothing like having your own. And he would tell me to get my own business, to get my own. He worked in his field for 40 years, And the last year that he was getting ready to retire, they was trying to do any and everything to fire him and everybody else who was retiring, because they didn't want to pay that money out, So if you got that entrepreneurial spirit in you, man, take a leap of faith and do your thing, because shit, it doesn't beat a failure but a try. And people fail so much in life, but as long as you don't lay down and stay down, you can always rise. Shit, Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before he got the light bulb straight. So what if he was like some people who quit or say, fuck it, it ain't for me? We'd be probably still using candles and shit. But it's good to know that he had it, he believed in himself just as much as he believed in his invention, to where he never gave up and he never said, fuck it, I'd go out here and shovel some snow. Dog kept going, and it paid off. And now everybody got lights and electricity, power lines, all kind of shit. It's advanced since he's been alive, but he came up with that shit. So it's awesome to know that. So Pops was just a real one, man. Born 1939, they ain't have much to look forward to. You had manual labor in that industrial era where you had to work hard and do back-breaking work. I had an uncle who was a coal miner. That was my uncle. Uncle Elliot was a coal miner. And that shit was crazy, seeing that picture of him standing in front of that damn cave. And this man had to go in that bitch, work 12 hours, 13, 14 hours down there in the dark, digging fucking coal for the man who owned the coal company, But I learned a lot being a doctor and growing up in this family. Like, I ain't an honorary, I'm an honorable one. Like, my uncles would be proud of me, the man I turned out. How they used to sit there and watch me as a kid. And just to see, like, my dad's growth. He has a 6th grade education, but that man can work on any car, foreign, domestic. Shit, he probably can do the motherfucking Tesla, get you right with your Tesla and shit, and your Neo. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't come from him studying or getting the master ASC certification for mechanics and shit. Like, this man just, it was a hobby for him. This man would get off work at 11:30, 12 at night, sleep, get up 3 in the morning, pray. And that's where I get that from too. Where I get up at 3, 4 a.m. and I used to sneak in the kitchen trying to get me something to drink, and I'm thinking I'm being slick. Mom and them at room door closed, and I'm thinking, shit, I'm finna go in here, get me something to drink. I'm finna fix me some fucking cereal or something. And I go walk in the damn living room and Pops in that bitch. Hands and knees, praying. What's up, boy? What's going on?
You ain't your corner no more, nigga, when you walk up.
Man, it's gonna always be my block. It's gonna always be my block. What's good?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm
Little
good.
Man?
Yeah, I'm coolin'.
You good?
Yes, sir.
Chillin',
You
bro.
already know it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Say, look at him. He hanging on the corner. The bubble gone, and this ain't
The
no
bubble
corner.
ain't out here no more. Shit, I might have a Lambo truck next when I pull up on this bitch. All right, bro. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I used to hug this block. I'm on 10th Avenue. Shout out to everybody who know about 10th Avenue and its history and its story. It done been gentrified now. You got more whites living down here on this strip. And I remember back growing up on 10th Avenue, boy, you couldn't come through here if you was white. Boy, you either getting robbed or you getting finessed with the dope. Because you couldn't come through here. It used to be a restaurant right around the corner on Beach Street called Beach Street Grill. And them boys used to hit licks because all that money used to come through here. And they'll sit up, post up on the corner. Shit. Them boys wait for them people to go to their cars. Hey, y'all watch them cars. Watch them cars. They'll pull up. And that's what it was. Get down, lay down. Them boys just some boys got away. Some boys got caught. It's just how that shit was. But, you know, that was in a different era and a different time. But now it's just, I got my mom and them got white neighbors everywhere. I don't think ain't never one house on the block that we got Mexicans next door in the apartments with their trampoline and shit. We got the cool white old Italian man from New York across the street. We got directly in front of mama's house where my sister used to stay at. We got a white family, the family next door, that old dope house. Shout out to Pink Lip Luther. When they had that bitch jumping like a motherfucker, somebody white done got that. Then we got, rest in peace to Mel, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. You know, we gonna make sure Jalen good, you know what I'm saying? That's our next door neighbor. I went to school with her. She died coming from the All-Star game in 2020. You know what I'm saying? It was a tragic situation because me and her went to school, her sisters. You know what I'm saying? And I knew her family well. You know, I even used to date one of her youngest sister. And it's just crazy how one day you see somebody and they smiling. And I remember we worked at the same job down there to the plantation. And she was in hospitality getting that bread. She ain't never leave that bitch. Even after she passed, she was still there. I said, damn. That's crazy. She worked there down there like 20-something, 25, 20, 30 years down there. But she started working there as a jit, like a teenager. Her mama was on out there in laundry. So she got on out there hospitality. And shit, that's what it was. So, you know, shout out to her and her family. You know, we gonna make sure Jalen good. You know, make sure when I see him, I, you know, rap with him or whatever. Then we got, rest in peace to my street dad, Frank Drummond, a.k.a. Frank Nitty, the realest on my block, I must say. Yeah, they got his house too. Then you got Miss Georgia Lee house on the corner. You got the other, my Aunt Kathy and Aunt Kathy and Uncle Herbert house. And then you got the other little house. Then you got the whites on the corner. So they done gentrified this whole neighborhood. I remember it's so gentrified. They done took the drug zone sign down. That drug zone sign used to be up shit before I jumped off the porch. It was out there. But it was heavily populated with that work. Them boys had it. And them boys kept that shit. We had some of the majorest ones in this town on this street. You know what I'm saying? Including myself. But yeah, that's the old days though. We reformed. I'm an ex-drug dealer. I'm an ex-hustler. I'm a black business owner. You feel me? So, yeah, man, I want to give a shout out to my dad, man. I love him, man. I might not have came out his nutsack, but that's my daddy. Nobody couldn't tell me different. I carry that last name with honor, respect, dignity, and pride. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am today. If it wasn't for my mama, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. So, shout out to them too. Still love, still married. No bullshit, no cheating, no fucked up affairs. Just straight up, real, 100. Like, that's just what it is. So, it's amazing to see two people still together after all these years and no conflicts, no bullshit. They kept that shit on the up and up. When Pops got fucked up at work, she made sure she held that shit down, and I helped her too.
We just heard gunshots.
Y'all heard gunshots?
Yeah.
Man, nobody shooting over here. You need a pussy. Oh, get y'all crazy little boy. Hey, y'all go back over there by the house. And y'all watch them cars. Yeah, so to know that, shit, it's a blessing, man. And like, you know, everybody has, you know, to fight and work through relationships and shit. That's the way it go. But to see them still, like, she walked by, he slapped on her butt. That shit weird to me. But that's the type of shit I be doing out here in these streets. But it's cool to see that, because that should let you know that it's genuine love, though. And it ain't fake, and it ain't staged, like they ain't sleeping in separate rooms and shit. They still wake up together, go to bed together. You know, Pop's been going through his radiation and shit. They found a cancerous tumor on his kidney back in January. He been going through the treatment for the last month and some change. And thank the Lord, you know, he a soldier. He got through it, you know what I'm saying? They had him weak, you know, at the beginning, and he had to, you know, get accustomed and adjusted to his shit. But nah, Pop's been almost at 85, 90%. He still go out there and work on cars and do shit in the yard to keep himself mobile and moving, because, you know, he up in that age, boy, when you start moving, boy, it's a rock for you. It's like, that shit you done. So, thank God for giving him the strength. His mind's still there, you know. So he able to comprehend and recall and all that good shit. So, yeah, my oldest brother Wayman out there with his little chick, and my nephew, his fiance, and my badass little son out here running around with these little jits that came to the celebration. But yeah, man, it was a nice little get together, man. We said a nice, you know, prayer for him. We sung happy birthday to him. And I wish once I get this shit together, boy, y'all gonna see me in the flesh, live and shit. Y'all gonna know my face and y'all gonna know my name. But it's gonna be a $1 billion brand I'm working on. So just keep me lifted, keep me up in prayer. Everything, alright. Everything that I need to do what I need to do. Hey, y'all get out that road. Y'all ain't even watching for the cars. So it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, man, to know that Pop's still kicking, man. It's crazy how the journey started. He met my mom back in the early 80s. Mom, dude was just, you know, she, you know, a teacher's aide, substitute teacher / you know, whatever, you know, usher at the church. And then, as time went on, you know, she ended up becoming the assistant pastor. And once she did the assistant pastor thing, when the head man left, Mama Dukes took over, and she been thugging with that shit ever since. She's been the lead pastor, and my auntie, Aunt Dee Dee, been the assistant and the lead in this era. And women, they wasn't really respected of being on that pulpit like that. She held her own, she held it down, and she widely respected, you know. My mama done been preaching way in Trinidad and Tobago and places like that, you know. And that's just dope, just to know, like, when it's all said and done, she actually, you know what I'm saying, earned what she had. So shout out to Bishop. I love you. Shout out to my family. I love y'all. We might not always see eye to eye, but we ain't dysfunctional. And we damn sure ain't running around here hating on each other and posting shit on the social media shit about how we don't like this person and that family member and this, that, and the third. It's a blessing to even know that shit, you know? To feel like a real family, like both sides, mama side, daddy side, get along. Everybody love each other and everybody respect each other. We done had some fucked up situations though. Shout out to my little cousin / little bro, Heart of the Streets. Free Heart of the Streets. He coming home. Boy, you gonna beat that shit. And then we gonna take you down to South Beach, rent a yacht for you and the family, my nigga. And we gonna throw a party. You know what I'm saying? It will be one of the best parties you ever remember. Remember how we used to be when we used to go to Jeezy together, nigga? We in the VIP. We out there hanging out, loving. Nothing but love in that bitch. Nothing but love in that bitch. Being VIP, we VIP Nation. And shit, little cousin that hanging and banging with us. He hanging and banging with big cousin and big family. And that's just the way it is, boy. A nigga miss him like crazy. But when I say a nigga was locked up, that boy was there. That boy pulling up. That boy coming to Vizzo. That boy busting down canteen money. But he putting that shit on the nigga books. Cuz looked out. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to help him. You know. I know he stubborn and hard headed, and he don't be, man, he ain't gotta do nothing, cuzzo. You know what I'm saying? I talked to him about 2-3 weeks ago. He in good spirits, he upbeat, he lost his mom. Rest in peace to Ma Duke. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know, we gonna come home, we gonna go out there to our grave site, we gonna do it right. You know what I'm saying? So be ready, be looking for him to be on that podcast too, with your boy. The little Mexican homies. That's my little Mexican homeboy, man. That's my dog. I ain't seen him in a minute. He's still around here hanging and banging. That's what's up, man. The town different now. It ain't the same no more. It's just awkward as fuck just to see. Like, my mama and them, like, the only ones still, like, in the trench of this shit. That's crazy, man. Out here with nothing but blacks all around me. So, you know, it's gonna be a day I'm gonna be a billionaire, come through and buy up all this shit. And make sure that everybody get an equal opportunity to stay. Hey! You looking for the car? You looking for the car? No, you dribbling the basketball. Look for the car. Hey, go back over that way by the house and dribble in the driveway. So you ain't got to worry about the ball running out in the street, son. Good parenting. Even though he don't want to see me on that court, because I'm a dude jit. I ain't gonna have no mercy on him like Cobra Kai. No mercy, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? This thing is love, boy. It's so lovely to be here, to still be here, to see Pops, you know, growth and mature, and, you know, be the man that I always want to be. Like, he family first. He makes sure he take care of his family. He makes sure, you know, his wife is good. He makes sure his kids are straight. He makes sure, you know, he help out the people in the community. And he's a man's man. Like, whenever that day come, when that number get called, I can look down in that hole and we hold his casket and say, man, that's a man right there. That's what's missing in our world and missing in our society today. Men, real men. We make, like, this society so used to making excuses for shit instead of being straight up and real and let it be known. They be so worried about people's feelings and offending people and shit like that. I claim it in the name of Jesus. There go my GLE 450 coupe. That's coming soon. Coming real soon. But we make excuses for this world now. And growing up in the world I came up in, boy, ain't no such thing as excuses in nobody's feelings. Boy, they told me the world hard and the world real. And the world don't give a damn or a fuck about your feelings. Don't give a damn or fuck about you. So you got to suck it up and deal with it. But now we put band-aids on feelings and band-aids on emotions. And these kids done turn pussy. Don't have no respect for their elders. Don't respect their moms or their dads. They just out here like saying what they want to say and doing what they want to do and all that fuckery. Like, that shit crazy to me. Boy, I remember I cussed her the first time I was 6 years old. 5. I was 4.5 going on 5. My mama washed my mouth out with soap. Nowadays, kids cussing and shit. And that shit crazy to me. Like, we ain't had leeway like that. I ain't get no leeway. Boy, I remember I was like 12 or 13. I cussed in a convenience store. That lady said she was gonna tell my mama, boy. I ain't scared of that ass. My mama told my ass up. I'm 12, 13. But we make excuses for our kids and we do all kind of shit. That's not real. All right, how y'all doing? All right. Yeah. So when it's all said and done, then we wonder why our kids can't manage and function out here in the real world. Because the world ain't gonna give a fuck about their feelings. The world not gonna give a fuck about their emotion. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. The world is cold. And there's cold people in it. And if you ain't got your mind right and you ain't got your head on straight and you ain't with the shits, well, you gonna get ate. This is an eat or get ate world. I don't want my kids to be sensitive. I don't want my kids to be pussies. None of that shit. You feel me? I want my kids to stand up and be men and stand up and be women and not sit here and think that somebody got to cater to that emotion or their feelings. When you going through shit, yeah, sometimes you gotta, show a sensitive side. But then you be too sensitive, oversensitive, and next thing you know, you raising sissies and punks. And disrespectful children. I don't give a fuck about you or nothing. So shout out to my pops, man. A real one. Shout out to Dad, man. I love him. And one day he'll be able to listen to this podcast. I kind of got it on, but I ain't sent it to them yet, because they ain't gonna want to hear that cussing. So one of these days, I'm gonna be able to do what I do. No, man, it's the nigga with the strongest backhand in America. Pimp harder. What's up?
Hillport Park right there.
Who?
Lauren.
She driving? Oh, yeah. Shit. I gotta help my niece park. Dang, she driving? Good job. And they daddy just stunner, man. GL 450. I see you, little bro. Boy, that nigga got the strongest pimp hand in America, the preacher's son. That boy the lead minister of music at Mama Church. That boy cold out here on these hoes. Tell him, he say, hold on, make me put my hand up. Oh, you gonna make me? You gonna make me puppy? That's my little brother, boy. I love him to death, and I'll blow a motherfucking brains out about that boy. You know what I'm saying? We went through that foster care shit together. And he is a great dad to his kids. And I love that. Wonderful father to the youngin'. Yes, boy, my cousin from New York in town, cousin Malik, my niece and nephew, Lauren and Elijah. That boy butter brown, hard bottom butter. Well, what you got on, boy? You gotta do an interview? You gotta do an interview?
No, see, you gonna start me. What's up, man?
Boy, you gotta do an interview?
You so stupid, boy.
What's up, man?
Nothing, man. Are you?
Man, hold on, time out. Can I ask you a question?
No, don't start them questions, man.
No, I gotta ask, man. What's going on? You married still? Hey, man, hold on. No, man. Don't give me no silence, man.
Gotta give you silence.
How you gotta give me silence, man? What's going on? Anniversary. What you shushing me for?
Anniversary today? What the fuck?
No, I ain't talking about today. I'm talking about next month.
Nope.
No? Where she at? You don't know? You gotta find her?
I don't have to find her. You might have to.
You looking for her?
Nope.
Oh, you ain't looking for her then. Okay, I ain't gotta find her then. I don't know. They trying to see how to work the read German.
Oh, they doing what I asked them to do. Make sure they sign daddy card.
Say what's up to my podcast.
A podcast?
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody.
This Vernon, a.k.a. Pam Pam.
Oh,
Strong.
here we go.
That Pan real strong, boy. You ain't had to raise it up in a little minute, huh?
Wait till you see how tall that boy is.
I know, he probably taller than me.
He on me.
He what, 6 what?
No, he's just on me. 5'11".
Dang.
Yeah, man.
Well, how old he is? 12?
No, 14.
He 14?
He be 15 in December.
Oh, she got license?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
I'm making her drive because I need to see how she drives, like, because she still got to take her test.
Oh, okay.
And she can get her
operator license
September.
Okay. What? She what?
16. She'll be 17.
17? Okay.
August.
Cause Drake Wells don't took too long to get licensed.
Yep.
They in the car. They driving.
I'm coming.
Dang, boy, that's crazy family.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tell them, don't tell me.
You gotta go and knock on the window. They have it rolled up. They can't hear you. So you're yelling and it's not getting across to anyone. Hey man, what happened, man? What happened?
Okay, I ain't
What you
talking
mean
about that today.
No,
Not
man.
today. I don't want to talk about that today.
It ain't
Me and you will get together and
Hold
talk
on.
about that.
No. The reason why I'm asking, because when we went to your nephew graduation last Friday, I asked your sister. She talking about she don't know. I asked mama. They talking about she don't know. So I'm like, who know?
We'll talk about that not on your podcast.
We won't talk about it on my podcast then. But, well, I see you dripping.
No, I ain't dripping.
You got drip on.
Start now.
All right. That boy got a lambskin
Here you go.
blazer.
I know you weren't gonna stop.
Shit, that nigga clean. Well, you got that. You went to the Goodwill, or you got that off the rack at Saks Fifth. Oh, you ain't gonna tell me?
Huh?
You ain't gonna tell me?
I actually hear what you say.
I said, where did you get your blazer from?
Goodwill?
Goodwill. I called it. I said Goodwill or Saks Fifth. One of the two.
That's where I find it, man.
That boy, that cheaper than a motherfucker. He cheap. That boy there cheaper than a motherfucker. I ain't never met nobody that could go in somebody's yard and take a car and ask the people, hey, you want this? Cause I can take this and pull the car to people. Give him a car, he buy it from him for the low. And that nigga had that shit up and running in a week. That boy a hell of a mechanic, man. Shout out to little bro, man. That nigga there ill. That boy can take your transmission out in a 3-piece suit with the handkerchief in the pocket and white church gloves on. And you don't get one stain on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him. You gone, nephew? Alright. Love you. Good seeing you. Nice meeting you, man. Man, you know, come pull up on me at the crack shack, man. We gonna rap.
You know I got you. When you go back, you go there.
I'll be there tomorrow at 12. Alright. Yes, sir. That's my nephew Mari, man. That boy long, boy. That's crazy, boy. I remember that boy was a baby. My nephew finna get on that, down that aisle. I got a coat to see that shit. Uncle me front row. No suit, though. No suit. Might be in something designer, but no suit. But yeah, man, all my listeners and my subscribers, man, this is a wonderful day. It's a Saturday. It's a blessed day. Pop's birthday. We hanging out. I'm on the block. I'm hugging this bitch like 1996 and shit. Real nigga on some real shit. God, leave that boy tall. I gotta see this nigga, man. Nephew. But yeah, man. Man, if you got your parents here, man, cherish them. Even if y'all don't have the best relationship, pray for them and love them. I promise you, it's gonna be a wonderful thing. But when it's all said and done, man, it's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. Boy, there's a lot of family, a lot of love. That boy tall.
I wasn't showing at all when I was in Bahrain when I found out, and I wasn't showing at all, and then boop.
Hey there. How you doing?
I haven't seen you forever.
I know. Daddy Lee or Wayne?
You got a lot yesterday.
I did.
You got, is that an accident? Like you fell in
it was
that?
on purpose.
No, I'm saying you got a baby in her?
Yeah.
Wow.
She said October.
boy.
You think she gonna wait till October?
I don't know.
They said
You got
October,
twins?
but my doctor told me it was probably
You got twins?
gonna be like September-ish.
It's twins in
What
her?
this
No,
is?
it is one little boy.
It's a boy in her? Wow.
Yeah, one little boy.
This is me.
Yeah, it's May, Auntie.
May,
June, July, August, September, October.
you just 4 months.
Technically 5.
This side, don't. I don't want to see you in 4 months.
I'm not going. I'm not
See
going
her
to
4 more months, Auntie. You gonna be in a wheelchair. You got the
This
wheel in
literally just happened. I just showed you a picture of me probably a month ago, and I was barely showing it. I didn't know
Really?
So,
It happens.
hey,
Don't start.
Auntie,
Don't
look
start.
who
See,
it is.
He done started. He was starting with me down there.
Ooh. Well, hello, Niecy. You don't love your uncle anymore? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see him. Hold on, time out.
He just started.
Damn, that boy on
I don't know. You gotta go find him.
Dang.
I am counting on the mothers in my life.
You playing basketball? No. Football? You gonna play football?
I might.
You might. You got more, so you got more talent than your daddy then. Cause he couldn't play basketball, he couldn't run, but he could outride you on the bicycle.
I probably would beat him at that too.
Vernon! Oh, yeah, tell him to come here. Yeah, cause I got to see that. I got to see that matchup. Got to. Definitely got to see that matchup. Where you get a growth spurt from, boy?
I just like yesterday, just became as tall as him.
Yesterday?
Yesterday. Me and him are the exact same height.
That's crazy.
Man, you know we gotta
It's good seeing you, nephew. Good
Okay.
Lord. So what I'm gonna do with y'all? Dang.
Chocolate covered pretzels, all kind of stuff. He was real lit.
Say hey to my podcast, hater.
I'm not a hater.
All right, you guys.
All right.
Waiting on me.
Send it to
I
me.
will see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna
Yes.
send it to you.
Yes. So
Please don't end up in a wheelchair.
I know. I was just
In a
home.
Wheelchair.
Why would I?
Cause
In a wheelchair. No,
I walk every day. I exercise.
Because
when I'm
she's
pregnant,
young, she
so.
good.
she gonna be on bed rest in about August. Bed rest.
No, don't do that. No.
You had bed rest, Toya?
Yes, I had for a long time.
Really?
Yes,
You was there forever?
most of my pregnancy. I was
Ooh, I know that's right. You got to eat good, sleep good.
No, I did not eat.
Yes, you did.
I threw up every day. I was
How?
I lost
Man. Hood to the ConeHead family. Man, we out here in these streets. Definitely out here in these streets. But shout out to my listeners, my subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are wonderful. Y'all keep me encouraged on to do this every day. And I'm going to do my best to give y'all the best content out here. And remember, this shit ain't hood fables. It ain't hood fairy tale. This shit is hood tale with ConeHead. Love y'all. I fucks with y'all. I'm out.
Here I stand, a grown ass man, all by myself, a grown ass man. A young nigga with some grown ass plans, but don't point fingers, you don't know that man. You don't know it's hard, you don't know it's pain. You ain't looking through that scope, you don't know it's aim. Minus all the videos, stickers and flyers. Most of these rappers are compulsive liars. They can't help it, they need some help. Tell me what kind of nigga tell lies to self, then turn around and tell the same lies to his fans. Disney World niggas and gangsta Brazil. I came to wake you niggas up, you must be dreaming. Your shit ain't adding up, ain't what you seeming. You niggas out of order like soda machines.
Well, I can't believe
It's
nothing.
easy
Got
to keep
that
it
fucking
colder
talk.
like soda machines. You ain't never seen them pies. I'm talking so much white, it'll hurt your eyes. I really lived it, man. Counted so much paper, it'll hurt your hands. From the trunks of the rental to the Greyhound bus. Same old shit, an adrenaline rush. I try to tell the people that the streets was watching. Same time, be safe, cause them people's watching. 200,000 mixtapes later. From the streets of the chat to the hoods of the cater. Same young nigga made a killing with the snow. Turn right around and made a killing with the flow. Whole city at my show, they recite my words. I guess they like the way that I recite them birds. Probably go to jail for some of the shit I said. Realest nigga ever done it, breathing a dead. 2 record deals years, radio still won't play me. But I don't give a fuck, cause the streets that made me. Said I was affiliated with all the gangsters and killers. Fuck what I was gonna do, turn my back on my niggas. Man, I can't slow down, that's too close to stop. Got everybody asking when the album drop. The hottest nigga in the city with no radio play. When Let's Get It drop, we see what you niggas will say. Trap or die, nigga.